Hey y'all, it's Ray. This is a really interesting video, and we don't usually use this aspect ratio very often, but we're gonna go ahead and do it today. I'm gonna let y'all know that ahead of time, this is gonna be an extremely triggering video. So if you suffer from mental health illnesses, I would highly recommend not watching this video. But if you care about where this channel is going and how much progress is here out of my 169 videos, and you notice that someday I decide that I'm not going to upload like ever down the road, this video might be for you. Let me clear my throat for a second. I'm going to let you know, y'all, ahead of time that I'm just going to go ahead and ramble. As y'all can see, I can't really ramble very well when doing content of some kind, but I think we could possibly do that today. So let's see how this goes out. So for those who have been a part of my channel, who have seen me struggle with day-to-day life activities on screen and off screen in DMs and all that kind of jazz, y'all know that I struggle to stay employed, and I also struggle to keep a roof over my head a lot. And I think that's unfair. It's unsatisfying in life. It's sadly the fate of a lot of LGBT people, not just myself. But because, I do upload videos that most people would probably forget that I uploaded. I can be easily forgotten about. But I feel like my personality, my voice, my appearance, those are things that I pride in myself that people usually do not forget about, or they don't actually overlook, if that makes sense. Like, I'm pretty sure that if I stopped uploading, y'all would definitely notice that I haven't uploaded. Clearly that'd be the case. I have to put my pen in, by the way. Here's the thing, though. I never planned on getting another job. Y'all had clearly known, or a lot of people had clearly known, that I was planning on, either offing myself or essentially living out my days elsewhere. I think I just got disconnected. I thought I did. I am going to let y'all know my window's open. Of course, I don't have AC, but there's also kind of like people, coming in and out of the parking lot now that their workday is essentially over or just now starting for shift. So there's going to be like people coming in and out. But I'll try to make this quick. If I can actually remember what I was freaking trying to talk about for a while. I actually forgot what I was talking about. Let me... This is a little bit unheard of. I've never really... I can't ramble like this. I really have to write a script. Okay, so anyway, I never really planned on ending up working for my mother at one of the jobs that ended up taking me to Asheville. As you can see or know, she was working for DuPont for like 36 something years, and I haven't actually lived with her for well over, I don't know, like 16 years or something like that. I've been on my own since I was 14, y'all. Yeah, that's kind of hard to digest, being 14 years old and living on your own because your parents don't love you or don't respect your identity or whatever. I'm just gonna have to go with it, So, fast forward many years. Of course, I also am lacking a lot of my memories from the jobs that I worked and the things that I've done between 14 years old and 30-year-old me. Unfortunately, that's kind of the sad part about living and getting older and, doing all the things that I have done that led me up to forgetting a lot of the things that I had done prior. And like I said, I wasn't planning on, moving to Asheville from Memphis, and I wasn't also planning on also helping out my mom with her business, but the reason why I had done that then and to be able to still upload was because I care so much about all y'all. that are subscribed to my channel. And if I put myself through abuse after abuse after abuse to upload content for y'all that y'all would enjoy, that is really what kept me going, you know? That is literally the bread and butter of what kept me going in life, and not offing myself necessarily. And working for my mother as well as the other job, that was just a temporary position, but was substantially enough for me to consider relocating to a better part of the South, right? The thing with my mother is that it took me a really long time for me to find my own place. I was living on the couch, right? I was suffering from a lot of mental illness, dealing with her and everything. It's the type of woman she is that she is a hard worker. She's like one of the best moms anyone could have, right? But like the thing is she's a control freak. She really wants to control and micromanage everything that anyone ever does for her, because she's afraid that if she gives up any control to anyone to do anything with what they will, that they will just screw it all up into a million pieces, and then she's left picking up all the pieces where she left off. And because of the way that she can be like that, that essentially means that, she's yelling at me on a daily basis. She's telling me things I'm doing wrong or not, or, telling me redundant things that are highly unnecessary that I don't need to be told. Like, I don't need to be told that I need to vacuum a room when clearly that is part of protocol, is to vacuum a room after we're done, cleaning and making the bed, cleaning out the shower, cleaning out the sink and the toilet, and then disinfecting part of outlets on the walls where people would like place their hands, because there's COVID and people have germs and all that stuff. Like, I don't need to be told redundant stuff that I do on my day-to-day schedule, that I need to be reminded of what I need to do for my job. You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure some people here on the channel have had employers like that, where they micromanage everything. They redundantly restate information, assuming that they forgot what they do 365 days of the year, coming in and out of work. It's the same shit, different day of the week, right? Like, y'all get that. Y'all get that. But here's the thing. I only had 2 jobs since not having a resume and forgetting all of my memories. And all of the jobs I've ever had, clearly I would never get like a referral from saying, hey, you're a hard worker, you did everything you possibly could do at that job, right? So I'm in the situation where, either my mental health decreases and I keep being able to put out content and letting her guilt trip me because she is also paying part of my rent, essentially. And, I'm not about that life. I don't like being used, tossed aside, and then guilt tripped it into doing things that I don't want to do. And I just hate humans in general. Like, I'm not somebody who has the mental health and the energy, the time and energy, the effort to just straight up talk to a cisgender person on a daily basis, just wholeheartedly. It's difficult. There's a whole lot of things behind the scenes, and I would love to go into that details, but I honestly don't want to be told that I need to like suck it up, buttercup, because that's just how life goes, when clearly I know how life goes. I've been homeless many times. I've lost a lot of jobs, all of which I do not remember anything of because of the fact that I have attempted suicide 62 times. It was bound to affect my long-term memory health, or my long-term memory in general, and not know what the hell I was doing, how I got there, or what I was doing in general, but for the sake of people that I know that will complain if I don't divulge more information than that, like I said, I'm not going to go into detail, but I do want to point out one thing, and one thing only. as a cis person who is not trans and doesn't have to experience the life of what a trans person experiences, the thing that irritates me the most is that because the fact that you are cis and you have a cis privilege in life to do whatever and experience minimal discomfort or minimal discrimination of some sort, that you have the balls to essentially tell somebody that, look, because I don't experience it, means that what you experience is invalidated and there's no way that you experience something that I don't experience. There are many situations where I will experience many things that a cisgender person will never experience in their lifetime, and no human being with any decency should treat any human being in such a way that would be something that I would never treat a human being as, with, or whatever. And just because I don't experience something that somebody else would experience doesn't mean I'm going to invalidate their experience, whether positive or negative. Like who does that? Like I've lost jobs. I've been discriminated against because of the jobs, because of my transgender identity, as well as people complaining because I'm trans, and they know that if they complain hard enough or long enough, whether it's true or not, eventually I'll get fired. That's how it is because I'm not cis. There are fewer protections for me out there. So I spent a lot of time crying last night. I spent a lot of DMs talking with people over what happened and all that stuff. And, I just couldn't put myself through the mental health issues to constantly put up with my mom in that way to be able to upload content for you. And I would rather I had just, become homeless off myself or something like that and just disappeared and not have to, feel the need that I needed to put up with somebody who I didn't respect anymore, who always took constructive criticism as a negative and could not positively identify that there may be something wrong with them or may not be something wrong with them. And I just couldn't put myself through that anymore. I wanted to be more happier. I'd rather had just not have any real world responsibilities, even though I am technically $15,000 in debt and missing 15 years of my last memories. It's just kind of how life goes. I'm putting in as much applications as I can. There's about 2 or 3 weeks left. But if I don't get employed, I'm not going to pay my rent this month. I'm just going to leave. I'm going to let it ruin my credit ever more than what it is, because having an extra $1,000 in my bank account means I can essentially pay for HRT for another couple months and not have to worry about paying my rent and not being able to pay for what keeps me sane, medically speaking. I love you all. I'm sorry that this video is long and kind of depressing and sad at the same time. But sometimes life be like that. I learned a long time ago that you don't always get what you want to do in life. You don't always get to be happy. You don't always get to do things that bring you pride and joy, and things that are actually needs become wants. And from that point on forward, they go from wants to luxuries. So I'm used to this by now. Even if I don't remember being used to it, it feels like I've been used to that kind of lifestyle. And that seems to be where my future life is going to go. Because I don't actually intend on getting hired. I don't think anyone's going to hire me. I'm pretty much a waste of space when it comes down to it. And I don't really do anything productive for society or for everybody in general. But I'm glad that y'all watch my videos. Y'all enjoying the content. Like I said, I'm sorry that this is kind of a Debbie Downer. But I promise to have Rados number 13 out real soon. Love y'all. Take care. Sorry about this video, but you all are loved, and I love you all so much. You have no idea.